what's going on? This is Samuel Leggett representing JVS. This is another review for the dcbff 2019. I'm talking about East of the River. This was directed by Hannah Peterson. She has been a part of some of everything, to be honest with you. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is the most recent. She was a production assistant, the Florida Project production assistant, also co-star. She also has a whole slew of different things, including cinematography, writing. She actually wrote, directed, and edited this film, East of the River. Now, East of the River, it centers around three different characters. You have T-Baby, or you call her Tiana. You have Malik, and then you have Sarah. Tiana, unwillingly, like, honestly, it's very common. It's very easy to actually happen where somebody goes into school and they're ready to go do work, not done anything, and all of a sudden they're suspended and they have to go home. And the circumstance going back home is like, what do you do? Like, if your parents, either one, are not there or working, like, then you're stuck in a circumstance or a situation where anything and everything can happen for you throughout the day, because technically the schools provide you with food, communication, and keep you out of a line of trouble. And if you're not going into school, then it means you're not going to eat, you're not going to have any communication, not going to do anything social. You leave yourself open to have the subjected to anything. As soon as she actually gets out of the school, she's kind of played with these people that aren't even in school and are kind of like flirting with her, trying to hit on her, and just making her feel yucky. But even she has an open line of dialogue with somebody that's on the staffing, like, why did I get suspended? Just please at least tell me. And she's kind of walks off, and anything from that point can actually happen. Now, this takes place, the reason why it's called East of the River, based on what they said, it's off of east of the Anacostia River of Washington, D.C. It's actually directed and shot in Washington, D.C. This is a commonality because they actually casted students from Washington, D.C. to actually go and film this one. Another character, like I said, is Malik. Malik seems to be is not metrosexual. I think he's actually homosexual. But they don't really kind of openly go into that dialogue. It's just open line of speech. It could actually be he's just a little flamboyant in his like dialogue. But he's very different, and it seems like time, like he kind of is fine with that. And same as the other thing about that, it seems like he's been played with other things. They don't really go into a lot of specifics. It's very captured very well, and it's performance driven as much as it's written very well, because I'm left to the assumption of filling in a backstory in my head for both of them. Like, I've already filled in a backstory for Tiana. I assume his, like, he's probably gone to school, been probably bullied, tried to go back and forth, and then eventually he's like, you know what, forget it, I'm just going to stay out. Then you have the person named Sarah. Now, Tiana leaves school, meets up, finds Malik, and then from that point, they intercept with Sarah. Sarah is legitimately a girl that's literally living on the streets. It is proposed that she might be doing prostitution or doing other things to get money back or get her way moving forward, but she legitimately, if they hadn't ran into her, they wouldn't have even eaten. They wouldn't have even had any place to even go, because she actually provided that for them. Either way, I don't want to spoil too much of the actual film because it's just so well represented and written that the scripting comes off just natural. The other side of it is very visceral, because I think the actress that plays the role of Tiana, like, her eye movement, like, and even when she just looks at Sarah, at first I kind of was like, you know, they have a relationship, like legitimately a relationship, but it's deeper than that. Like, she looks at her like, man, I want her to be my friend, I want her to be okay, but I'm worried about her. Like, it's a lot of love and sincerity coming from Tiana's eyes for Sarah, and then Sarah just seems distant, like closed off, like pushed to the side. And at the same exact time, like, it's implied that she's stolen before, because there was another thing that happened with Malik where he was just kind of like singing, beautiful voice, actor does such a great job with that singing number, and then it's kind of like you add a little bit of character dialogue for him, because like, wait, why'd you steal that, you know what I'm saying? But I think that the performances are very key, because I think that Sarah needed to be closed off and not too much. Tiana was just enough that you're focusing on what she's looking at, and it seems like time you feel this impending danger with all these children, really just children trying to just make it throughout the actual day. I would say your boy Aubrey Joseph, he just did a short film kind of along the same lines, and it was actually really good as well. But this one, by far, from everything I've seen so far, the short films at the Black Film Festival, Black DC Film Festival, this is one of the best. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like, the cinematography is amazing. The score, honestly, I would buy the score if I knew exactly where I could get it. And everything about the performance is just key. Like, it's heart melting. I wouldn't say it's heart wrenching. I wouldn't say it's heart warming. Like, it's heart melting, because I really kind of like empathized, felt for, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like, how well this is just pushed to screen. But yeah, easily one of the better like films I've seen from a film festival in a long time, especially a short film. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you go and check out our other reviews for the other films from DC Black Film Festival 2019. Talk to you guys later. Keep it loud. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, guys.